What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. You guys saw the thumbnail, so you know exactly why you're here. This is a review for episode 13 of LAMH. You guys, I've already said this before, that this season, in my opinion, was the airing out of Martel Holt. And this episode did not disappoint. It did just that. In fact, there was a lot of players willing to air Martel out, including Martel's own mother. We are going to get into it, but before we do, please hit the like, subscribe, and your notification bell, because that's how others find me. Follow me on IG at DYANAROZAY. Follow me on Facebook at DYANAROZAY Real Talk. And you guys already know I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me. Now let's get into it. So the scene picks up exactly where it left off. Kimmy and Maurice are having an intense conversation, with Maurice basically telling Kimmy to get over whatever feelings she may have about Kiowa. Then he tells her that she needs to meet with Kiowa and that he's going to give her a call and even pay for them to have dinner. Now, Kimmy's pretty pissed that Maurice is even suggesting it. She feels like Maurice is implying that whatever problem there may be between her and his ex is her fault, and that's exactly what he's doing. In confessional, Kimmy said that Maurice does a lot to protect his ex-wife's reputation, and he does not do the same for her. And by that, she meant that any time Kiowa attacked her, or Maurice's family has attacked her by calling her a side chick or worse, Maurice has stayed quiet. But Maurice tells her in the scene that she needs to get over that apology that she's looking for. Kimmy's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then they do a flashback where she said that Kiowa does owe her an apology. And you see Monster walking into the kitchen where they are, and he turned around so quickly to leave that room because they were talking about his mama. That was a sad scene there. But Kimmy's response here was really calm and collected, almost the way you would do when you thought a situation out 1,000 steps ahead. She told Maurice that she's not going to explain herself to someone that she's in a relationship with, who knows what's been done and said and what hasn't. That was the Claire Huxtable way of saying, I'm not going to entertain your bullshit. And it would have been great if she would have got up off that couch and told Maurice, go ahead, pack your shit and get the hell out. Because if I've learned nothing else over this past year, it's that life is short and I am not going to live it with a motherfucker like you, okay? But she agreed to that damn dinner with Kiowa instead. So next scene. So Tisha's having a photo shoot with her daughter for their hair care line. The girls are super cute in this scene. And then Kiki stopped in to say hey. She actually brought the girls some food and gifts. And Kiki said, listen, I heard on the streets that Mobile was giving Tisha a key to the city. Kiki also said that she was just a little upset that Tisha didn't tell her herself. Tisha said that she was overwhelmed with the other things she has going on, the girls' product line, the expo, etc., etc. But she invites her to the ceremony and she assures her that she was not an afterthought. Now, Kiki tells her that she will definitely be there, but she didn't make it. Kiki said that she had car trouble. She couldn't even find a rental car, and her husband was at an away baseball game. But Tisha came down hard on Kiki. I mean, like, she really gave her the business. She was like, I'm tired of you disappointing me. Then she said that she couldn't rely on her and that she was going to cut her out of her life if she couldn't show up for her. Now, Kiki looked really put off by the conversation, like she was almost like, where's this coming from? But she let Tisha get it all out and she apologized. She also said that she was having a lot of hot flashes and sweating due to the methadone she had been taking. She said that she's been taking it over a year and that she feels like she could wean herself off right now. They talked a little bit about her recovery, and then Tisha said she was going to give Kiki another chance. Then she invited her to the Black Expo. So we have 2 episodes remaining, and Tisha and Marceau have been a real snooze this season. Now, Kiki does have a story, but I don't like that she has to tell it through Tisha. So Tisha has consistently played a victim when she films with Kiki. So I hope we see her in other scenarios outside of Tisha. Next, we have Melody and Kimmy. Mel takes Kimmy to a place where she can get a workout through a micropulse machine. And they kind of skipped over the small talk and jumped right into it. Mel said, I know that Maurice and Monster are helping you at home. And Kimmy said, nah, they ain't. Then Kimmy shared that Kiowa was in town, and Melody tried to cheerlead that situation like, oh, y'all doing good now? Kimmy said, no, not really. She said that even though things have gotten better, that they are never going to be besties because there is too much bad blood. She said that Kiowa let people believe that she interfered with her and Maurice's marriage and that she was a side chick. And she said that Kiowa shoulda, coulda stopped it. Now, I wish that Melody would have asked her, why didn't Maurice stop it? But instead, she said, I've heard those rumors and I've never asked you this before. Were you a side chick? Kimmy said absolutely not. She said she didn't get with Maurice until after they both had signed the papers. Kimmy said that Kai was hoping for reconciliation, and that's the reason why she was willing to let those rumors run unchecked. Then the two of them also talked about the Black Expo, and Melody said she met with Tisha and she let her know that she was hesitant to be a part of it because she didn't want to work with Martel. She said that they were still heavily in the throes of a custody battle. In fact, on her IG page, she said that subpoenas were issued the day of the last expo meeting. So when Martel came in, extending his hand to shake, she said she wasn't feeling it and she wasn't going to fake the funk. Melody also said that Martel was stalling in court, purposely not filing paperwork so that he could delay the case. And that the only reason they got a court date at all is because Melody had to force her attorney to file something that would force him to. Kimmy tells Melody that fighting your children's father is a complete and total mindfuck, okay? Then she told Melody that her and Martel got to find a way to meet in the middle, and Melody made a face like she wanted to turn that pulse machine up to 100. In the next scene, Melody meets with the Fletchers. Now, when Melody rings the doorbell, she actually started dancing around. She said she wasn't sure if they were going to let her in if she didn't do a dance because everybody knows Chris Fletcher is known for his TikTok dances, baby. And they gave us some footage of Chris doing the damn thing. Melody said that she wanted to stop by and make sure things were cool because she was shocked that Martel had subpoenaed them to testify in their mess. Nell said that she was shocked too, and that's not her ministry. She don't like going to court. Now, it looks like Chris was the only person who took the stand, and Melody said that she believed everything he said was truthful and fair. She said Chris wasn't trying to go to jail. Chris said, I did tell the truth, and no ma'am, no sir, I'm not going to jail. Then Mel said that he brought his mama in to testify too, and whatever she did in that testimony box didn't help. She said that Martel tried to paint her as a bad mother, telling lies about how he has to worry if the kids have been fed or if they're safe. Then she said that she found out in court that Martel has been house hopping like a squatter. And Chris added that he was a realtor for the house that he was renting and that he had to move up out of that expeditiously. Then Melody said that Martel had the audacity to ask her to pay his damn lawyer fees after him and his lawyer tried to play a court trick by avoiding the protective order case. She said 30 minutes before he was supposed to arrive in court for that, him and his lawyer had filed for full custody. I told y'all she was airing his ass out. She also said that she was considering filing an appeal for full custody. She said that the judge took a very strong stance against Melody changing her phone number and not giving it to Martel. But Melody said that she had records and video evidence that Martel was harassing, stalking her, and popping up on her dates. Then we have Martel and his mama talking about the case. And Martel basically said that his mama let him down. He said he had two witnesses, his mama and Chris Fletcher, and neither one of them did what he wanted them to do, which is lie. Martel told his mama, you didn't even get to see much of anything in the courtroom because you were only on the stand for 4 minutes. Miss Marlene put a smile on her face like she was proud of herself for that moment. She literally tossed her hair back and said, well, what was I supposed to do? Martel told her that her performance on the stand hurt him to his core. Then Miss Marlene said, don't be coming at me. You handle that. And that's when Martel said, you my mama. Now that sounds like when she was in that witness stand, she forgot. She was definitely siding for Melody. But when Martel starts barking at her, she can't stay in that space for long. So she got to stroke his ego and get back in his good graces. So she turns the table and said, why did she take y'all to court anyway? Why do y'all want someone else telling y'all how to raise y'all kids? Then she giggles a little bit and said, was she serious about wanting y'all to do 6 months. Then Martel falls back on the couch, all dramatic, talking about, exactly, I can't stay away from my kids for 1 day, let alone 6 months. Now, this very season, we all heard you ditch your daughter on her birthday so that you can play in other things. And we all know you were in Atlanta. And we also heard about you ditching your youngest daughter's first birthday for other things. But Melody did clarify that the only reason why she offered 6 months is because she wanted to see what he would say. And his response wasn't, I can't stay away from my kids for more than a day. It was more like, I can't do that, because he has several other things to do. Then Melody said that Martel came back and asked if the offer was still on the table. This man is confusing, double-minded in all of his ways, okay? But the scene ends with Martel saying that the custody case went in his favor, even though the judgment was for the original joint custody order to remain the same. Last scene. So at Maurice's request, Kimmy and Kiowa have this meeting. And it is obvious that Kimmy wants to make a point. She has this stern but nice tone where she feels like she's going to just get her points out there with Kiowa. And you can tell that Kiowa does not agree, nor does she give a damn about Kimmy's points. And you can also tell that if Kiowa wasn't practicing self-control, she would completely unleash on Kimmy. Kimmy tells Kai that she helped perpetuate the side chick rumor, even though she knew it wasn't true. She said, we all know that wasn't true. Kiowa is staring at her, and you can tell there's a lot of thoughts racing through her mind. The first one being, this bitch is crazy. But what she ends up saying is, Kimmy, I'm surprised that you're holding on to some shit I didn't even do. Furthermore, I don't know who these people are that you want me to correct. She said, I don't do interviews and I don't have a fan base. So who are you talking about? But then Kimmy drives it home and says, I feel that was just a lack of integrity on your part. And that was the cliffhanger. But the facts are these. The only person that Kimmy should be addressing about correcting any of that BS is her husband. Kimmy was trying to find out how often Kiowa had planned to come back and help her son come out of this depression. And Kiowa said, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. And those words may have triggered Kimmy's insecurities, because she definitely has them. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments, okay? Like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will check you all on the next one.